What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Today we are in the semi-final against the Indians of the Champions Trophy. A win here today will see us go into the grand final. If you think we can do that, let me know in the comments down below if we will make it into the final and who the team we will play will be. I'm not even too sure who the other semi-final is. I think it is possibly New Zealand and I want to say South Africa, but I could be wrong. But we get Rahane for a 9-ball duck. I was going to say 7-ball duck, but a 9-ball duck, which is absolutely great. And that is the perfect start that we could have asked for. I actually didn't change my fields for Joshy Hazlewood, and that possibly could have helped the situation as well, because we did manage to go and pick up the LBW. The pressure was on. I thought that last one there, Shikadawan, was going to be the same as well. But we are going to have to be careful here against this very strong Indian batting lineup. And that is another one that is gone. It's in the bank. It's Virat Kohli, the captain, as well. So we will take that. 6 runs off just 19 deliveries. And that is absolutely bloody beautiful, to be fair. And to be honest, just what we need. We need Joshy Hazlewood to keep going on this form, keep getting these early wickets for us, and that is exactly what he's doing. He's gone and picked up the dangerous Rohit Sharma, normally opening, but he is in at number 4 today, and Josh Hazlewood has absolutely ripped through this top order of the Indians, and I think he's actually gone and got MS Dhoni as well for a 2nd-ball duck, so he has picked up 4 inside the space of his first 5 overs. I'm going to keep going with him just for a bit longer, just because if we can pick up another one and get into the all-rounders of Ashwin and Jadeja, then we are definitely going to be in the box seat, and that is exactly what we want to do. Jadeja is still very good. I think he's averaging 50-odd in this tournament, and there goes Shikhar Dhawan. So Pattinson, I believe, in his first or his 2nd over, getting the prize wicket of Shikhar Dhawan. He was, well, the only player to reach double figures at the moment, and he has half of the Indian score to date. So it was a big wicket to go and get him. We just need to pick up Jadeja, and as I said, we are down to the all-rounders now. We do have Ashwin. Ashwin can bat, Jadeja can bat, so there is still plenty of batting left to come, but we do still have plenty of bowling left in the tank as well. Pat Cummins hasn't bowled yet. He will be hungry to go on this pitch, it must be said, with the way the other quicks have been going. So we'll be looking to try and get something there. And what another take again. A very incredible take by Ben McDermott. He has been exceptional this tournament behind the stumps. Not so much with the bat, but he hasn't really been given that much of an opportunity to, I guess, showcase his skills and what he can do. So moving along, would be nice to get another wicket here, because these two are starting to put on a little partnership. And just as I say that, Yadav has gone, played it a wide one. He's gone for 21 off 34, and that is exactly what we need. Cummins has been expensive, but however, he has picked us up those 2 very important wickets. So we're going to keep going. Sorry, the 1 important wicket. We're going to keep going with him just because we are otherwise going to run out of other bowlers. I'm going to bring in Jimmy Faulkner as well, the guy with the golden arm. We still do have Stoinis as well that we can bring in, who again, he has been very good in this tour as well, in this tournament. But it's looking as though we may not need him, because Faulkner has bowled 4 overs, 2 maidens, none for 7. And he has just found the outside edge there, so I'm happy with that. Pat Cummins is looking as though we're going to bowl him through, and these bloody outside edges, I tell you, not happy. But there is Pat Cummins done, so he finishes 1 for 35. Was expensive to start, but did really pull it back. And I'm going to just bring in Stoinis just for an over to see if we can get something from him. Could be, I don't want to say a risky decision at this stage of the game, because India are 6 for 113. But we have taken off, one of our frontline guys and brought in a bit of a medium pacer in Stoinis. I'm just hoping, really just to give him an over, try and get something. We did find 1 outside edge. It does also mean that Faulkner does need to bowl 1 over less, which is good, because Ashwin is now starting to take off. He has gone and passed 50, and we'll give Stoinis another one and then bring back our other normal guys. So Ashwin is really bossing things at the moment. We'll bring back Stark, because we do have 5 overs left to go, and hopefully we can get rid of Jadeja here. Try and keep India around maybe that 170 mark, I think would be ideal. We're going to bring back Joshy Hazlewood just so he can try and pick up that 5th wicket. He has been the pick of the bowlers here today with his 4-wicket bag very early on in the piece as well. And Ashwin is just going crazy at the moment, which is not good, because India were looking down the barrel completely. They were looking as though they were not going to score hardly anything at all. And we will keep, it doesn't matter who we use now, because the overs are done and dusted. But these two all-rounders, the ones that I said, you know, we did still need to worry about, have gone and put on a very good partnership here towards the back end of the innings. 77 and 36 respectively, and they have really gone and got India up above, I don't want to say a par total, because I think it is a little bit below par, and a good bit of fielding there. Not too sure who that was by, but gets rid of Jadeja, sorry. So I guess we can breathe a little sigh of relief there, that we can possibly look at playing one of the other guys down the other end and getting them to try and hang in. Sorry, trying to get them to stay in, and I guess bogged down an end if we can. There's another catch from Kumar. Patterson gets his second today. He's been very good as well. Mitchell Starc, a little bit expensive, going for over 50 runs. Did bowl at the start, did bowl at the death, and has finally gone and picked up Ashwin. What a knock he's played. 85 off 118. To think, if it wasn't for him, this Indian side would be in a whole lot of trouble. They would be really, really struggling at the moment. They have actually managed to go and pick themselves up 200, which is fair game to them. And it is going to mean, you know, the pitch is playing a little bit, you know, turning a little bit. It is swinging, which we did see. Pattinson finishes with 3. Hazelwood gets 4. He is definitely the pick of the match so far, with just his bowling at the start of the innings absolutely exceptional. We are going to need, I think, a big knock from one of these two, one of Warner and Khawaja, the openers, just to get us off to a good start, and that is exactly what has not happened with Khawaja, who has had a very good tournament so far. Out for 7 off 9, and that does bring in Stephen Smith and David Warner, captain and vice-captain, two of the most experienced players in this Australian lineup, and we are going to need all of their experience today to get us over the line in the semi-final. We were actually only going into this game as a 4-star team for some reason or another, even though we are the top-ranked one-day side. And India were coming in with a 5-star, so I'm guessing they are in very good form. And we've seen that so far today, especially with Ashwin and Jadeja. It'll be very interesting to see how these two do go with the ball, because as I did say, the pitch is turning probably more than it is doing. Well, it's doing a bit more for the spinners than it is doing for the seam bowlers. We didn't have any spinners in the side today. It's just the way we have gone with the lineup really over this tournament. I'm playing the 4 frontline quicks in Hazelwood, Starc, Pattinson, and who am I forgetting? Hazelwood, Pattinson, Cummins. Yeah, anyway, you guys know the 4. So we've gone with those 4. Kuntanoa has played, I think he played the last game in for Starc, and then we've gone with Stoinis and Faulkner as those all-round options. So we haven't really had that spinner in the side that we could turn to. There, I believe, is the first 6 of the innings as well for Warner. He moves on to 56 off 64, so he's moving along at a nice rate, and that's what you want to do when you're chasing. I want to say that this is a lowish total for one-day internationals, but given the pitch that we are playing on, it is still a very competitive total, because we do still need 108 runs at just over 3.5 runs and over. The overhead conditions are not good for batting. The ball is turning, but Warner has played the spinners very well so far, and we're hoping that he can keep that up as we press on through this innings. And really, a not out from him will be ideal. 74 off 74 now, so that strike rate is up at 100. And that is exactly what we want. We're just going through the motions a bit here at the moment and just getting towards that total as easy as we can, and that is going to make it just a tad harder as Smith has run out for 35. Chris Lynn, you'd have to say this tournament is probably his last chance at the Australian side, just due to the fact that he is only averaging 16 runs in his one-day international career. So I think he's played, from memory, this is his 5th game, high score of just 23. Good strike rate. The strike rate is up around 150, which is exceptional. But really, for a top 4 player, you do need to be averaging a lot more than 16 to be keeping your place in this side. There are probably plenty of players after this tour that we can go and bring back in. We can shuffle some things around as well. Glenn Maxwell can come back into the side. Travis Head has missed out on this tour. I'm just trying to think of any other young Australian batsmen that have missed out. You know, a lot of people say Hilton Cartwright is a very good batter in this game. We may see him in the next series possibly, just to give him a go, because a lot of people have had a lot of success with him. So possibly trying him. And I don't know what I've done to the camera there. I don't know if that was me or if that was just the computer in general, but Warner's gone for 109 off 138. Very, very good innings, it must be said, from the Australian vice-captain, and it must have just been the way the camera was working. Lynn's poor form continues. Again, he makes his average of 16 and then perishes to a pretty good ball, it must be said, from Mohammad Shami, who has just about finished his spell. I think he may have finished it now, actually. And we are going to have to be careful here that we can still get to the total, because we have lost our 2 set batsmen. We do have Faulkner and Stoinis, the all-rounders, in. Now, we do remember what the all-rounders did for the Indians, obviously, in Jadeja and Ashwin. They were very, very impressive. So I'm hoping that Stoinis and Faulkner don't have to do anywhere near of a big clean-up job, but they do still need 20 runs inside the space of 8 overs, which, you know, doesn't sound like a lot, but if you get bogged down, get a lot of dot balls in there, pressure does start to build, and it does make it a tad difficult, you know, towards the back end when you are needing a few runs and needing boundaries. Oh, that's a rough LBW decision, umpire. That is a very, very rough LBW decision. So 16 needed, and as we can see, all these dot balls that are starting to build up does make it difficult. As I said, the spinners are doing a very good job here today, as is Stoinis though, 15 off 25. He has really matured in this tournament, not so much as a bowler. His bowling has been a little bit, well, it's left a little bit to be desired, but his batting has been very good. I think especially in either episode 1 or episode 2, where he did hit a match-winning roll of about 75 odd. It was a very, very good mature innings, and that would be good for McDermott as well, the young wicket-keeper batsman, hitting the winning runs. Australia win by 5 wickets with 3.5 overs left to go. Make their way into the final. David Warner man in the match, as we would expect with his 109. Big shout-out to Joshy Hazlewood as well. Really got India on the back foot from the get-go with those 4 very early wickets. And New Zealand and South Africa, as I said, let me know in the comments who you think I will be taking on in the final. We will be taking on either one of those 2 teams next time around. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to give it a like, give this video a big thumbs up. If you are new, please do subscribe. And until next time, ka kite anoa, see you soon.